Hello, young minds! Today I'm going to tell you about the life of Mozart, one of the world's greatest music composers in the history of Western music. Together, we'll discover his masterpieces and journey. Let's dive right in! Wolfgang Amadeus Mozart was a young prodigy from the town of Salzburg, Austria, who blossomed into one of the world's greatest composers. To us, he'll simply be Wolfgang. He was born on January the 27th, 1756 in Salzburg, Austria, into a loving and musical family. Wolfgang, fondly called Wolfie by his family, was the youngest of 7 children. Wolfgang showed incredible music talent from a young age. Even as a little child, he loved music and amazed everyone with his keyboard skills. When Mozart was little, his dad, Leopold Mozart, played the violin, and he loved listening to the music. At only 3 years old, in 1759, he surprised everyone by playing a tune on the harpsichord after watching his sister's music lessons. Can you believe he even composed his own music at just 5 years old? His parents saw his incredible talent and supported his music learning. At 6, in 1762, he wrote his first music pieces, and by 8, in 1764, he created his first symphony. People were amazed by this extraordinary child prodigy. He once said, "Music is my life, and my life is music." In 1763, recognizing Wolfgang's potential, his father Leopold took him and his sister Nannerl on a music tour across Europe. Their extraordinary talents amazed audiences, and Wolfgang's reputation as a musical genius spread far and wide. During their travels, they visited cities like Paris, London, and others, where Wolfgang was exposed to a variety of musical styles and encountered esteemed musicians like Johann Christian Bach, who influenced his musical development. At only 10 years old, in 1766, Mozart had already written many musical pieces like symphonies, sonatas, and operas. His father proudly took him to Vienna's imperial court in Austria, where Mozart amazed everyone with his incredible skills as a musician and composer. Once he said, "If you would dance, my pretty count, I'll play the tune on my little guitar." In his teenage years, Mozart's reputation as a composer grew, and he wrote music for school plays and instrumental pieces in Salzburg. At just 12 years old, in 1768, he achieved something extraordinary by composing his first real operas, like Bastion und Bastien. The world witnessed the rise of a true musical genius. Mozart dreamt of being a famous opera composer. He went to Italy with his father, where people loved his music. He got a special job to write an opera in Milan and became an honorary knight in Rome. A music group in Bologna accepted him despite his young age. Mozart's hard work and talent were paying off. Pyotr Ilyich Tchaikovsky, most popular Russian composer, once said, "Mozart is the highest, the culminating point that beauty has attained in the sphere of music." In 1777, young Mozart embarked on a journey to Paris, a bustling city of music. There, he faced tough competition among talented musicians. Despite his struggles and the loss of his mother, he didn't lose hope. In Paris, Mozart composed beautiful music for special instruments, like the Sinfonia Concertante, and created magical melodies for dancing in Le Petit Trianon. In 1781, Mozart settled in Vienna, a city that would become the center of his creative life. In Vienna, he experienced both triumphs and challenges, but he found greater artistic freedom and opportunities for his compositions. In Vienna, Mozart's music became innovative, deep, and full of emotion. He created many pieces in different styles like symphonies, concertos, chamber music, and operas. His music was dramatic and expressive, making people feel a lot of different emotions when they listened to it. Once he said, "I pay no attention whatever to anybody's praise or blame. I simply follow my own feelings." In the last decade, Mozart's music reached new heights with amazing symphonies and groundbreaking string quartets. He pushed classical music forward with his extraordinary talent. During this time, Mozart also became a remarkable opera composer. He created operas like The Marriage of Figaro, Don Giovanni, and Così fan tutte. His last opera, The Magic Flute, premiered in 1791, was a magical tale that captivated the audience with its profound storytelling. John O'Donoghue, an Irish poet, spoke highly of Mozart's music. When we hear some beautiful piece of Mozart or admire a wonderful building, we suddenly become present in ourselves. Mozart wasn't just a composer, he was also an incredible pianist and improviser. His piano performances amazed everyone with their brilliance and artistry. He loved exploring new musical possibilities and always worked to improve his skills. Mozart had a loving wife named Constance, and they were blessed with 6 children. However, it was heartbreaking that only 2 of their children survived. Despite these challenges, Mozart found solace and inspiration in his music. He once said, "The music is not in the notes, but in the silence between." This wise quote reminds us that music is not just about the sounds we hear, but also about the pauses and the emotions it evokes. In Mozart's final year, he created the Requiem, one of his greatest works. He got paid to make it, but he couldn't finish it before he died. Even so, the Requiem became famous and loved by people worldwide. Arthur Schnabel, an Austrian-American composer, spoke about Mozart's music. Mozart is the most inaccessible of the great masters. On December 5th, 1791, the world lost a musical genius. Wolfgang Amadeus Mozart, the brilliant composer, passed away at just 35 years old. His exact cause of death remains a mystery, but one thing is certain: his music will forever touch our hearts. Let's remember and cherish the melodies of this remarkable prodigy whose legacy lives on in his enchanting compositions. And that's the story of Mozart, the musical genius. His melodies will forever inspire us. So, my little ones, always believe in your dreams and let the magic of music fill your hearts with joy.